Now, to continue from today's class, from last class rather, that was on Monday. I said we are going to talk about branches today, right? And I'm going to explain to you what branches really mean in programming. So, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to so let's check it out. So let's say git branch and let's see what we have. All right, so I'm going to delete all the branches that we created in our last class, delete every single branch, and then I'm going to start again explaining branches. So to delete my branch, I'm going to write git branch dash d delete. So first branch is about feet, next branch is block feet, next branch is contact feet, and we're going to have pavement. Let's try it. All right, so now let's say git branch, and let's see what we have. So now we have only one branch, which is your master, right? So now let us get started. Now, when I was explaining Git branch, what did I say Git branch is? I said Git branch, not Git branch. When I was explaining branches, I said branches is you having what numerous features in your project, isn't it? That's basically what a branch is. A branch is a feature in your project or a particular aspect or section of your project, isn't it? And I explained with Facebook. I said, for instance, you have Facebook. Facebook has many features, and I told us to list out the features. So you have a like feature, you have a comment feature, you have a lot of features, right? Now, all of these features are what branches, meaning that they are they are all features connected to the Facebook app. The Facebook is one app, you understand? But then you have what numerous features connected to that one particular app. Now, those features are like your what branches. Do you understand? Those features are your branches. That's basically what a branch is. So you have numerous branches connected to what one project, numerous features connected to one project. Now, there's a reason why I'm explaining this again because I'm going to ask us again in the next class, and I expect everybody to explain it the way I explained it. You understand? Even if it's not exactly the way, but explain it that and just show me you understand what branches are. You understand? I cannot be asking what we did in the last class and everybody is silent. It's not proper. So what I need is that as I'm explaining these things, I also expect everybody to understand it and also explain it. That's why I always tell everybody go back home, read on it again, watch the videos, study on it. That's how you learn. You understand? So again, let me explain what branches are. Branches, when you talk about a branch is a feature of a project. You understand? It's a particular feature of a project. So if you now have branches, you're talking about what several aspects of one project. You understand? That is basically what a branch is. Now, how do you create your branch? In our last class, I gave us some Git commands. So we talked about what Git branch, we talked about Git branch, right? We also talked about Git checkout, right? Git checkout. Then I also said I'm going to talk about Git pull, right? We'll talk about Git pull. This is very, very important that we get it. Then we're also going to talk about Git clone. So these are the four commands we'll be discussing on in today's class. Now, the first one is Git branch. What does Git branch do? Basically, what Git branch does is just to list out the amount of branches that you have. So now, with your Git branch, you have two functions. The first function is to what? Check the amount of branches you have. Check the branches you have in your Git repository. That's the first task. The second one is to what? Create new branches. Now, again, your Git branch command will do two things. First is to what? Check out the amount of branches you have. Second one is to what? Create a new branch. That's the two things that your Git branch will do. Now, if I come here and I say Git branch and I hit enter, what is it showing me? It's showing me what? Master. What does this mean? It means I have one branch and the branch is what? Master. Now, that is basically what Git branch will do for you. Okay, I'm recording. All right, good. Can you see my screen online? Good. So now, Git branch what? Check out the branch. see, okay, how many branches do you have? That's the first thing it's going to do for you. Then the second thing is what you can really think about creating branches. Now, let's say I have index.html, right? No, I'm going to delete this. Okay, let's leave it about. I have index.html, right? I have mobile.css, that.css. Now, let's say you want to create one particular branch, and that branch is going to focus on creating a blog, right? So when I say blog, I'm talking about normal blog. So on websites you have blogs. Some websites you have dedicated blogs for each website. So let's say that branch is going to focus on working on only blogs, creating blogs. How are you going to do it? You use your what? Your Git branch. So now I'm going to create a particular branch that talks about only the blog. So how do I do that? I can do Git branch, right? Blog feature. Now, did you see how I created it? Git branch, then the name of the branch that I want. Once I hit enter, what happens? It's going to tell me that it has already created a branch. Now, if I say Git branch again, what am I going to have? I'm going to have what? Blog feed and what? Master. Now, I hope you understand how branches are made now. Do you understand how to create branches? Is it clear? Yes. So now that is how you should. So this is it. Blog, yeah, blog feature and master. You understand now? This is how branches are created. Now that I have a blog feature, that's a blog feature branch, and I have a master. I can say, okay, I don't want to work on my master. In fact, it is not as a developer, you will not work on your master. You will always work on branches. Then you will merge those branches inside of the what? Master. I think I explained that in our last class. So you have your master, yes, but from your master you have other branches. Then you create them, work on those branches, and you merge it inside of your master. So your master is not actually to be worked on. Why? Because you don't want to have mistakes. If you make mistakes in your master, what happens is that you can have faults with the entire code. Imagine somebody editing the Facebook master direct. What happens is that you can make mistakes, and then all of a sudden the whole Facebook is gone. That's why I said Git is very, very delicate. You can It can help your project, and at the same time it can destroy your project. That's how it is. So you don't work on your master, you work on your what? On your branch. You understand? So now that you have block feature and your master, let's say I want to go into my block feature. How will I go into block feature? I use what? Git checkout. So Git branch will create the branch. Git checkout is used in what? Entering the branch. So if I want to go into a particular branch, what do I use? Git checkout, the name of the branch. So if I want to go into block feature, how will I do it? Git checkout, exactly. Git checkout, block feature, exactly. Block feature. So as you can see, it's telling me that what I've switched to where? To branch block feature. Is it clear to you now? Now I'm just going to go ahead and create. Now I'm no longer in where. So let me just show you. Let me use my Git bash instead of PowerShell, so you can see what I'm saying. So Git bash will tell me now as you can see I'm in my what block feature. Now it's going to tell me the branch that I am. Now, as I am in my block feature now, let me say I want to create a new file that says blog.html, right? Blog.html. Now, if I have blog.html, let me just use my and let me just let's say h1 welcome to our blog, right? So now we have welcome to our blog. Let me see if all right, now that's it. So it's saying welcome to our blog. Okay, let's leave this. Now welcome to our blog. Now I have made some changes in this code, isn't it? Now let's say I want to add this feature to my app. And where is my app? Now basically this is my app. So let me come to GitHub and let me show you. So let me open this up in my live server and let me see it. Let's see here. Good. Now this is our app, right? And where is my app stored? Where's my app stored? My repository, right? That's on GitHub. Now, let's say I want to open it up. Okay, this is it. This should be it. All right, good. Now we have what? We have this. So now, can you see blog.html here? No. Why? Because yes, we've created it, but we've not what updated it to our app. Our app, basically, your app is what your repository, because that's where all of the things that is making your app work goes to. You understand? So now, how are we going to what take it to our app? So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to commit this. But where are you committing? In the blog fit branch, not in your master branch. Do you understand? Because we are working on the blog feature. This is your blog application, right? So everything pertaining to your blog application goes here. So since you've done it, you can now come here and say git add. You understand? Then git commit. I can say blog structure created. Yeah, blog structure created. Then commit, and then I can do git push. Now, after doing git push, of course, there's going to be an error. And what's the error? There's going to be an error. What's the error? Let's try. We've done it before, but you can also try. So this is how it is. We've not linked it, yes, but let me explain it in detail. So this is how it works. When we're creating our master branch, when we tried git push, what happened? It said something. Don't try. When we created the master branch on this place, right? And then we said git push to where? To GitHub. But that git push did not work. It gave us an error saying that we have to write something first. Not apart from the email. He wrote git push dash dash set upstream to origin what? Origin main or master. If you're on main, right, it uses main. If you're on master, it uses master. Why is he using master? Because you've created your master branch locally, but on your repository on GitHub, master does not exist. So I told you that Git is all about. It's saying that okay, whatever it is you have in your local, you have to also have it where online so that it can merge. You understand? That's why you need to have .git folder in your local repository. Same way you have .git online. It's the same way you need to have a master branch locally. Yes, you've created it, but you also need to create the master branch online. So that whatever file you are pushing will be moving to the where? To the master. So it's just going from master to master.
But sir, we already created the master already.
Yes.
And we already pushed it to the online.
Yes. Yes.
If you have this one, how are we going to do it to the blog?
Still the same thing. Because you have the same issue now. So when I click enter, what is it saying? So it's saying what? The current branch blog has no upstream branch. That means it has no branch on GitHub. There is no branch named what? Blog feature on GitHub. So for you to what? Push this to GitHub now, you need to also create a branch for it on GitHub. You understand it now? Now that's basically what he's saying. So now, if I now go ahead and I copy this, okay, let me just write it manually. I'm going to say git push, right? So git push dash dash, sorry. Set upstream to what? Origin what? Blog feature, not master now, blog feature. So let us check it out, see if you are correct. Yes, blog feature. Now it's saying that where we are going to move in anything blog feature to is to what? Blog feature on what? On your GitHub. Now if I click enter, what happens? It is going to push. So now if you check it out, it has worked. Now, once you come here, what is it saying? Now, as you can see, it has recognized that there is a blog feature branch, right? But the blog feature is still not what appearing in your master. Again, your master is your major source of code. You understand? That's your major code. Now, if you check it out now, it's not appearing here, is it? No. What it's trying to tell you is that, okay, now you've pushed blog feature to where? To GitHub. You need to what? Compare and pull. Now, what is he saying? compare the code, see if you like the code, if the code is good or the code works for what you want, then pull into master. That's what it's saying. Compare and pull. So if I click on compare and pull now, what am I going to have? So as you can see, block structure created. This was the comment message we gave it, right? So you can now create a pull request. So once I create this pull request, what happens? Nice. Let's just wait for it. So it should show us merge here. Yeah, so merge pull request. So as you can see, what is it saying? No conflict with what? Base branch. Now, what this no conflict with base branch means is that what? There is no conflict at all, meaning that you did not edit something on the master branch. If you edited something on the master, so for instance, index of HTML is on the web, master branch, you understand? So since you don't edit it, there is no conflict. So you can go ahead and if you edited it, they will tell you that, okay, do you want to choose the one you were using before or the one you just currently edited? Do you understand it now? That is where conflict comes. But right now, there is no conflict. I'll also still show us where conflict probably happens, and you see what I'm saying. So now, if you go ahead and you merge this pull request, what do you have? So let's confirm merge. Now it's going to change. You are going to see that you have now pull request successfully what? Merged and closed. Now, what is it suggesting for me? Now, this buttresses my point in the last class that once you are done with a particular feature, right? Now, I'm not saying once you've pushed once, we've only pushed once, but we're not done with the blog, right? We still have a lot of things to do. Once you are done with a particular feature or branch, go ahead and delete it. Why? You don't need it. And it is taking up memory. You don't want to have that much. So you don't actually need it. And what you need is the master. Since you go and don't do mistake and delete your master. Don't. But since you work on the blog feature, all you have to do is go ahead and delete it. But for now, we're not deleting it. Why? We still have a lot to do on the blog feature. Right? It's not as if I'm going to do anything, but just put that in mind that, if you're working on features, you do it step by step. So you still have a lot of things to do. Just keep working on that particular feature. So now that is basically everything on your blog feature. Yeah. You have a question? And you can still, it doesn't matter since you've pushed to your master. You've merged with your master, right? Since you've merged with your master, your code is still there. You can create another branch and still work on that, continue working on your blog feature. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the major thing is, as long as you merged this branch, this blog feature doesn't really matter. You can still use it or you can create another one. It still works. But the major thing is that all your codes on the blog feature, have they been merged with your master? If yes, then you are safe. You can go ahead and delete it and create another branch. Is it clear to everybody? Or I've been speaking to myself. Sir. Yes, sir. You can name it anything you want. Please ask your questions if it is not clear. I cannot be teaching and you don't understand. And why will I continue if you don't understand? So ask your question if it's not clear.
How are you going to work on this thing?
Let me show you. So now, in my code here, do you have blog.html now? Because we've merged, right? Good. Now let me go to my branches. Let me go to my branches and now, we created about in our last class. Now let me delete the about. As you can see, I've deleted the about. I've deleted the branch of about. I've deleted it. Don't worry. It's telling me to restore. I've deleted it. Blog feature. I'm deleting it now. So deleted it. Can you see? If I refresh, you probably will not have it there again. Now, what do you have here? Master. Good. Coming to code. Now, but can you still see that you have to block the HTML? So that's basically what I'm trying to tell you. As long as you work on a branch, and you've pushed to that branch, to your master branch. You understand? That branch is useless now. You can go ahead and create another branch or keep working on it. Don't worry, we'll work on it. Now, your block feature now, right here, you're still seeing block fit, right? But it does not exist. You understand? It doesn't exist because why? You deleted it online. So you can go ahead and go to your Git branch and go into your what? Your master. Sorry, Git checkout. Git checkout. And where am I checking out? My master. Right? Now I'm in my master, right? Can you still see the about here? It's the about.html here. Sorry, blog rather. Eh? No. Good. So how do I get the blog? That is where Git pull comes in. That's where Git pull comes in. Now, what do you do with Git pull? Git pull is used in what? Pulling code from where? From GitHub. The same way you push with Git push to where? To GitHub. Git pull what? Pull from GitHub. Now, where do you use Git pull? You use Git pull when maybe someone else in your team worked on a separate branch. Then they push to where? To GitHub and they merge on master. So you will now go to the master and you do what? Git pull to pull their own code into your own code. You understand? Now, as you can see, you don't have blog.html here. So I can come here and I can say what? Git pull to have what? Blog.html. So if you check it out now, I'm going to have blog.html here. Can you see it now? We now have blog.html. And even in my index, so yeah, exactly. So we now have what? Blog.html. Now that is what Git pull will do. Now, to answer your question, do you understand Git pull? Is it clear? To answer your question, to create a new branch. So if I say Git branch, we still have block feature, right? But we don't have block feature again online. We only have it here. So I can say Git branch -d to delete it. So let's say block feature. Now I've deleted the branch, isn't it? Good. Now let me create a new branch and say Git branch block fit. I can even give it on the same name, or I can even say block feature 2. Let's give it 2. Once I click enter and I say Git checkout block feature 2. Now, as you can see, I still have access to what? Blog.html.
So it should work on this. Actually,
Block feature 2. You don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm saying is, you've worked on block feature before, right? You've pushed to GitHub, isn't it? You've merged to your master, right? Then you deleted block feature. Does block feature still exist? Because you've deleted it. But what I'm saying is that on your master, as long as you merge to your master, you will have access to the code. All you need is the code. Then you can now go ahead and create a new branch and still work on the same block feature. Now, branches is not about saying that, okay, if you delete that particular branch, you can't have access to the code. No, you will have access to the code because it is from the where? Master. Master is what has the code, what has all the codes. Let me show you what I'm saying. Git checkout.
So, sir, master, we have to, if we have merged it with master.
Yes, you have to merge with master first. That was what I did with block feature. I merged with master. After you merged with master, what did I do next? When I came to my, what did I do? Eh? Yeah. You see? Yes, I did the block feature online. Online also, I did it, right? But after I merged online, there's something I did. Good. I put it in my code. You understand? So after pulling it, what do I have? I have access to all the codes. So I can go ahead and still create a new branch. And then I still have access to the code. So whatever branch, this block feature that I just created now is like a branch of what? Master. Meaning that as long as I still have codes inside of master, what am I going to have? I'm going to have all the codes inside of what? Block feature. It's just like child and your parents and inheritance. You understand? So as long as your parent owns this, right? There's every tendency that you have what? The inheritance. You can probably inherit anything from them. You understand? That is basically how branches work. So branches are connected. So let me just show you something with a paint. I'm coming with this drawing, and let me see if it's possible to explain with this. So this is what I'm saying. You have a master branch, right? Now, from your master branch, you have other branches. So let's say you have 3 branches. 1, 2, 3. Then you have what? GitHub, right? Now, your GitHub also has this is the master branch, right? Of course, because you have 3 branches, you have to also create upstream branch on GitHub, isn't it? So let's say this one is about, this one is home, this one is blog. You also have to create what? Home, blog, and what? About. Do you understand? Now, once you end up pushing, once you pushed, you're pushing to it. So all of them are being connected, isn't it? So you've pushed, right? So now it is now in this place you now what? Check for pull request and then merge all the codes into the way master. Do you understand it now? That's how it works. Now, since you've merged all the codes to master, this is your local repository. This is your online repository. Everything has been merged to master, isn't it? Now, but your local repository does not have, your local repository, your master does not have this one, does it? No, because it's only the master, the branches that has it. So you now run your git pull. So once you run git pull, every single that has been merged there will now come here. Do you understand? So now let us say this is the new master now that you've just pulled something into. You've now deleted these branches, but it still has the code that has been merged, isn't it? You can go ahead and still create new branches again. Now, this branch that you created will now also have the same code that is here. So it's like rinse and repeat. You've worked on a particular branch, you push to GitHub, you merge on GitHub, you pull, it has the code. So those branches that you pushed, they're no longer important. You can delete them. Go ahead, create a new branch, work on it. It's like rinse and repeat. It's circle. Keeps going. Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
something inside that because this master on the top already has it. It's just going to accept changes that I'm going to if I get to push back to it.
Yeah.
So it's just going to accept changes. It's not going to like okay, this person let me also
Where are you making the changes? Is it in the master or on a new branch?
on the branch.
Yes, if you make changes on the new branch,
Yeah.
and you push to GitHub,
Yeah.
it's still going to tell you, okay, you've created a new branch, then the new branch is what, let's say block feature 2.
Yeah.
You also have to what, merge it again into the master. So once you've merged it to the master, you can still pull again and see the changes you've made.
Okay, but it's not going to form like
A new project.
like a new code in the sense that
No. Okay, I saying that maybe you have 2 different codes.
yes,
No.
but they have the same stuff.
No.
Just that one I made the other one.
So now let me show you what I'm saying. As you can see, you are seeing one blog.html. Can you see 2 blocks.html here? No, just one. It's still going to be one. See, everything is like, it's just like a shadow of itself. So everything is still one. Just that what you are just making changes to it over and over and over again as a circle. You understand? Even though you are creating branches, it is still one code that I was editing.
Okay, even if I get to use this blog
Mm.
with extras, so
Yes,
and I get to still going to see.
just one. That's why we know that's why something is called conflict. If probably you now have 2 branches, and in those 2 branches you worked on blog.html. So for instance, you have about and blog. You worked on blog on those 2 branches. There's going to be a conflict. Why? Because you've edited the same code on 2 branches. So they're not going to tell you choose one out of these 2, or just merge them together, like accept both changes and then push to master. So once you push to master, you're pushing only one branch. You understand it now? So that is how it is. Only one branch gets pushed. Is it clear to everybody now? Are you sure it's clear? Mr. Progress, is it clear? No, you don't have to be in the last class because I said I'm going to start again. I'm starting again. I just started again. Abi? I basically started again. So, do you understand? What don't you understand? Mr. praise, right? Do you understand it? What don't you understand, Mr. Progress?
Like confused.
Everything.
Yeah, whatever I said, probably like so.
You know what we did in the last class was Git add. Okay. Did you do? You were not here when we did Git push. Okay. I'll upload the classes for Monday today. I uploaded Friday. I think I could. So I'll upload everything today so that you have access to it. All right. So okay. Now that is basically one thing about branches. So now I'm going to give us a quick classwork on branches. Just what I just did now. Quick classwork. Now, what do I want you to do? What I want you to do is, let me write it out so you can understand. Now, this is what I want you to do. I need you to create a branch. So create a branch and name the branch, create a branch for your contact page. So you can name it anything you want to name it. For your contact page.
So I don't have this code.
You can also work on it. Just create a branch. This is Git. You understand? This is Git. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Long of HTML. Project intent that so you just fine.
Yes. Oh, the Git does not. It doesn't affect. What Git affects is pushing to GitHub, putting to the code. All right. So create a branch for your contact page, right? After creating the branch, just make changes to your contact.html, and push. Then accept. Create a pull request. Create a pull request. Create a pull request. Merge on GitHub. Merge on GitHub and pull into your master. Yeah. So this is what I want everybody to do. So first things first, create a branch for your contact page. Make changes to your contact.html. Just write something to your contact.html and push. Then what? Create a pull request, merge on GitHub, and pull into your master. Now, this is everything I want you to do. That's all. First things first, create a branch. Again, I'm repeating it. Create a branch, make changes to your contact.html and push. Create a pull request, merge on GitHub, and pull into your master. So that'll be everything now. So you have 15 minutes. By 12 p.m., I'll be here to. I'm checking everybody's work. Everybody's work.